In the vastness of the galaxy, among countless stars and ancient civilizations, the Zorath Empire stood proud and mighty. They were an advanced alien species, tall and sleek with shimmering blue scales and eyes that glowed like twin suns. Known for their technological supremacy and ruthless expansion, they had conquered hundreds of worlds without breaking a sweat. For centuries, their reign had gone unchallenged, and the mere mention of their name instilled fear across the galaxy. The Zorathians believed they were the pinnacle of evolution. Every other species was inferior, especially those without spacefaring capabilities. To them, such civilizations were primitive, insignificant creatures barely worthy of notice. One such species was humanity, small, fragile, and confined to a single pale blue dot called Earth. When the Zorath High Council first observed Earth's primitive broadcasts, old movies, chaotic news reports, and strange human humor, they couldn't contain their laughter. "This is entertainment at its finest," Commander Vector had declared, his voice booming through the Grand Council chamber. "They fight over imaginary lines on their planet, waste resources on trivial disputes, and obsess over meaningless entertainment. They are like children playing with fire." The council roared with amusement, agreeing unanimously to observe humanity more closely, not to conquer, but to witness firsthand what they believed would be the most amusing folly of an inferior race. A fleet was dispatched, not armed for war, but equipped with observation technology designed to record every foolish mistake. As the Zorath fleet cloaked itself and orbited Earth, they watched eagerly, expecting chaos and weakness. But what they saw was something entirely different. In a small village ravaged by a hurricane, the aliens watched in silence as humans worked together to rebuild their homes. Neighbors shared what little food they had. Strangers embraced in comfort, and children smiled despite the devastation around them. In war-torn regions, they saw soldiers risking their lives for civilians, people standing up against tyranny, and communities that refused to break under pressure. Observer Rilzen, who had once mocked humanity, found himself disturbed by what he was seeing. This isn't weakness," he muttered. "This is something else." Commander Vector scoffed, unwilling to let go of his arrogance. Mere survival instincts, nothing more. But the seeds of doubt had been planted. The true shock came when humanity reached for the stars. The first manned mission to Mars was primitive by Zorath standards, clumsy rockets, basic technology, and constant failures. Yet every setback only fueled human determination. The Zorath watched as humans colonized their moon, struggled, adapted, and eventually succeeded in establishing a presence on Mars. It wasn't their technology that impressed the aliens. It was their sheer refusal to give up. When humans launched their first deep space probe beyond the solar system, the Zorath finally decided to reveal themselves. Their ships appeared in Earth's sky like gods descending from the heavens, shimmering with technological superiority. The announcement that followed echoed across every device on Earth. "We are the Zorath Empire," Commander Vector proclaimed. "You are primitive and fragile. Submit, and perhaps we will allow you to exist under our protection." For a moment, the world fell into silence. Then humanity laughed. It wasn't fear or madness. It was defiance. On behalf of Earth, General Elena Ramirez, head of Earth's United Defense Force, spoke directly to the invaders. Her voice was steady and fierce. "You think we're weak because we bleed, because we fall. Every time we fall, we rise stronger. You don't scare us." The Zorath were stunned. No species had ever dared mock them. When humanity fought back, it was unlike anything the Zorath had ever encountered. Though technologically inferior, humans were unpredictable and creative. They launched guerrilla attacks, hacked Zorath systems, and used their weaknesses against them. The first major victory came when a group of human engineers disabled a Zorath warship using an outdated computer virus, something so primitive it bypassed the aliens' sophisticated defenses entirely. Observer Rilzen, who had once dismissed humanity, now watched with genuine fear. "They're adapting," Rilzen whispered, "faster than we ever anticipated." Commander Vector's confidence wavered, but turned to fury. Crush them. But it was too late. Each defeat made humanity stronger, teaching them how to exploit every weakness in the mighty Zorath fleet. Human innovation, fueled by desperation and the will to survive, proved to be their greatest weapon. The war raged for years. Cities were destroyed, millions lost, but humanity never surrendered. They adapted, evolved, and fought with every ounce of determination they had. The turning point wasn't a battle, it was a message. From the ruins of a shattered city, General Ramirez sent a final transmission to the Zorath High Council. Her voice was steady, her face lined with scars from the brutal war. We were weak once, we stumbled, but every scar we bear is a lesson learned. You underestimated us, and now you'll regret it. We're not just survivors, we're fighters, and we don't know how to quit. The Zorath, once invincible, found themselves retreating. Their mighty empire had been brought to its knees by the very species they had once mocked. Years later, stories spread across the galaxy of the fragile creatures who had defied an empire. The name of humanity became synonymous with resilience and defiance. On Earth, monuments were built to honor those who had fallen and those who had fought for every inch of freedom. In the end, the Zorath learned a lesson they would never forget. Never laugh at humanity, because when humans fall, they rise stronger, and when they fight to win.